5 costly myths that put you at risk on retirement. Are there retirement planning myths that people believe? Of course. How would you have known they were myths until now? Trust me, your advisors may not know too. Make sure you learn now. Retirement planning is one of the very important journeys that one must embark on. The importance of planning for retirement cannot be overemphasized. However, so many people seem to fall prey to some misconceptions and myths about retirement planning that cost them thousands of dollars. Stories that are being sold to us and the status that the society thinks is the pattern we must follow before we have a successful and comfortable retirement. Well, we are not coming to counter these patterns on our own, but the rate at which people are living in regrets at retirement is alarming. And the causes of these regrets have been traced down to misconceptions that they believed were planning their retirement. The good news now is that we're not yet retired, and you still have the time to unlearn those patterns, relearning a more better way to plan your retirement that is not going to leave you at the edge when you're supposed to have a comfortable retirement life. This sounds interesting, right? So, whether you're just starting out your career or you're in the middle of your career or you're even close to retirement, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can make a difference from those who end up having financial struggles at retirement and become a better person who has a comfortable retirement. After this video, you can begin to throw away the myths and believe the truths about planning a successful retirement. If this is something you're interested in, go ahead, like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. You should also turn on the notification button on this channel to get updates on more interesting videos about retirement planning and finance. Myth 1. I still have much time to plan. Do not ever believe this. Many people still see retirement planning as something that is unnecessary because it seems very far off, especially when they are still very young and more focused on the immediate needs. The present needs and desires can blind us to begin thinking that retirement planning is not something that we should start at an early age, but that's a false belief. You know, the needs like rent, bills, health, etc. This is a myth that often leaves many people confused at the end because when they come to realize that they do not have much time left, they will find themselves struggling financially. Did you know that whatever you did not save now is going to be a loss on your end? Even if you begin the next month, or let's say next year, it's going to be a minus because if you had started earlier enough, you would have more at that time than what you would have if you waited. This is a myth that must be overcome by anyone who wants to have a successful and a comfortable retirement. Because when you begin to see your retirement planning as something that is far off, it takes you by surprise. One of the dangerous things about this myth is that it causes delay. Imagine if John started saving at age 25. If he saves $3,000 every month with an average annual return of 7%, by the time he's 65, he would have saved up a total of $725. However, Hannah, who started saving the same $300,000 at 35, will have a total of $343,000 by the time she's 65. This is a result of compound interest that has been accumulated over the 10 years difference. The earlier, the better. The reason John had more money at retirement than Hannah is because he started earlier enough. And this is not a difficult thing to understand. The denial that you place on your retirement plan would be a minus for you in the future. Now that you know this, it would be wrong if you keep postponing your retirement plans. Every dime saved is important, and the best time to start is now. Myth 2. I believe Social Security will cover up my expenses. It would never be enough I start. Many people have put all their hopes on Social Security benefits, covering all their expenses at the time of retirement. Most people hold on to this belief especially if they worked for a long period of time, say a decade. But this is the truth. How can you believe that one stream of income with a particular calculated amount per year is supposed to take you for the rest of your life? Does it even sound true? Moreover, most of us have not really understood the taking time to calculate with the possible total benefit that will be for us per year if we keep relying on social security benefits. It is like putting your future life expectations in the hands of a stranger who you do not even know well. Can you risk that? Well, I can't. And that's the reason I'm going to tell you the truth. Social security benefits were not put in place to replace your full income at retirement, but to supplement it. In 2024, the average social income benefit was $1,800 for retirees, which, if calculated, is only $21,000 each year. So, you can now see that the place where you have put all your retirement hopes is not so much. If you check out your current lifestyle, the big question that pops up is, can you survive on $21,000 per year at retirement? Especially if you consider the increase in inflation. You do not expect the cost of living currently to be the same during your retirement days, do you? Well, even if you do, it's a fact that it's not going to remain like that. The only way to overcome this is to stop thinking that social security benefits are enough to cover your retirement expenses, but think of it as just part of your retirement, where you also do your job on a perfect retirement plan. You know, when you have not just one source to rely on, it makes you more relaxed and hopeful that things are going to turn out better than when you're only hoping on one source of savings at retirement. You can improve your savings by committing to 401k or IRA contributions, rental properties, and side businesses, and even investments like stocks, bonds, etc. Among the above mentioned are also a few other areas where you can spread out your retirement savings and avoid being tied down to only one hope. The more your income source, the less dependent you will be on Social Security. Myth number 3. I really think the expenses at retirement are less. That's a big lie. Most people hold on to this myth because they think that at retirement, the expenses become less and they would not have to spend on some commuting affairs. But this is far from the truth. Whoever told you this sold you a big lie. While there might be a change in expenses, it does not become cheaper. Other expenses like travel and leisure, healthcare, and daily expenses will be on the increasing end. Due to inflation, many of the things you are able to get now, such as groceries, wares, at certain price would have increased in their prices, especially important needs like bills, rents, and healthcare. Research has it that a couple at 65 might spend over $300,000 on healthcare alone. Traveling and having a good time in retirement costs money. You need to remember that at that time. Also, not every employer these days offer pension savings, and those that do not might have nothing to rely on, while others who saved face a possible risk of banks going bankrupt. You might have thought about this if your employer offers pension savings, but have you thought of what would happen if you're not able to get it? You can overcome this by diversifying your savings and not depending solely on just one form. Pension savings are good, but still would not be enough. So, it is important that you spread your savings wider and make more savings for retirement. Don't let anyone tell you that holding on to one savings is securing your retirement life. It actually means that you're putting your life at risk of being uncomfortable. This myth might seem comfortable, but you have to be careful because you're going to be doing yourself a huge favor if you avoid them. Myth number 5. I can work longer if I want. Never ever hold on to that. While this might be considered a good plan, it is often disrupted by unforeseen circumstances, which should be a reason to save. There are some things that happen to us that we did not plan for, and the fact that they were, especially not planned for, does not stop them from happening. It is only wise not to look for these things, but to have it at the back of your mind that the possibility that they will come is still there. Thinking that one can work longer to save enough money for retirement is a myth, because there are many possibilities that may not work out as long as they plan. Factors like health issues, job losses, and company bankruptcy can lead to an early retirement. This is the reason it is advisable to plan for an early retirement, even if you have to plan to work longer. If you have a good retirement plan at an early age, working longer will only be a bonus. Everyone loves bonuses, and you can create that for yourself by getting the actual work done at an early age while waiting for a comfortable retirement life when your career days are over. Understanding that these five needs and not good retirement mindset will have you plan strategically and wisely. Do not wait until there is no time. The life you live on retirement begins now. If this sounds like something you'll be interested in, remember to subscribe to this channel for more. Also, turn the notification button to get updated on our next video, where we'll be learning about the biggest retirement mistakes people make and how to avoid them.